Welcome, welcome. Don't mind me, I was just trying my new veil for the sub. Do you like it? Anyway, I'll be right back. So, who do we have the honor of welcoming today to our darling witch dungeon? What's that again? Such a lovely name. Anyway, you look disappointed. Were you expecting someone else to welcome you? Oh, I see. Well, I must say that I could be anything. I could be old. I could be young. And I could also be double me. So, you are here today just to listen to some stories, right? Right. Yes, this is a very appropriate time because it is almost Halloween. That's why I was so diligently preparing my veil for this Sabbath. I mean, after all, there's only one Sabbath next to Halloween, right? Right. So, let's just go right away to the stories you want to hear. Let me think of one of them. So, let me place you in a dark, cold forest in the middle of Eastern Europe. On the edge of this dark, cold forest, there is a wooden hut. And it's not a usual wooden hut. The hut is standing on two chicken legs. Those legs can carry the hut all over the forest and disappear. In this very adventurous hut lives one of our most famous darlings. So much so that pretty boy Keanu had to use her name. As you may know already, I am talking about Baba Yaga. Yes, Baba Yaga is quite famous indeed, but there is a story that I wanted to mention today, and the story goes like this. There was a village next to the forest, and there was a father living there alone with his daughter. His daughter was very pretty, and her name was Vasilisa. Vasilisa had a very special doll that her mother gave her before she died. This doll came to very many useful lonely nights. So our little pretty Vasilisa was all alone with her father. Not even a few years passed, her father decided to marry again, and her stepmother turned out to be one of those sweetest things that we know so much about. Anyway, after the wedding, stepmother told Vasilisa that she was useless thing, and she also told her that she would make her disappear once her father wasn't home. Poor Vasilisa, so small, so alone, her father going to work every day, but he never left her alone for too long. So the stepmother wasn't brave enough in her sweetest things. However, once Vasilisa turned 16, her father decided to go far away to get her a very nice present. Just like this. So her father left, and Vasilisa was left all alone with her stepmother and her stepsisters. Once the girls were alone, they joined together for the sweetest things. So, during their tea time, stepmother gave tasks to everyone. First daughter had to get some fresh flowers. Second daughter had to get some fresh apples. And the third girl from our sweetest group was to get the lights from the hut on the edge of the forest. So our poor little darling Vasilisa was going now, but she had to make sure to come back before dark with the lights. And on her way there, she met this really sweet old lady and tried asking her for directions. The sweet old lady took care of our darling and pretty Vasilisa, and she was happily never seen again. Did you like that story? Yes, it is very fascinating. Yes, how did I know that her father got her the necklace? Why, that's a silly question, darling. We know everything here. That's why you come here for stories. Am I right? you have another question. What is it? My lips. Right, what is my lip color? Why, silly, this is bloody red. I'm just joking. This is called Parisian red. Those French girls, they do know their colors. Oh, another story. Well, of course, this is what we're here for, right? Just the stories and the sweetest things. Okay, I do have a funny one. This is about a handless mule. Okay, somewhere lost between the lush jungles in Brazil, wandering around the cities, there is a headless mule. She is all black, and there's no head. Instead of her head, she has the hellfire burning from inside out. This headless mule has a very specific mission. Every Thursday, she comes out wandering and waiting for the Thursday night mass to be finished. There, our headless mule has a very specific mission. The mule is interested in our sweetest example of human beings, the priests. So she waits for the mass to be over, and she transforms into a very pretty lady. And once she is in the church, she will be tempting, she will be charming, she will be seducing our sweetest thing, the priest. So, that's the thing. Isn't that funny? Well, yes, there is more to that story. If the priest can resist the charms of Our Lady Mule, he can go free. However, if he is seduced by Our Lady Mule, well, who could resist Lady Mule? And he will burn by the fire from her head. It is a very curious story, though, don't you think? Right. I know. Yes, well, the priests are the sweetest things, aren't they? Well, I am sure most of them can definitely resist the lady. I know that you are very curious and would like to hear so much more, but I'm a very busy darling, so let's just have one more story, and this is a very important one. So you can see I have this luscious hair, and you do as well. Lovely darling, did you know that your hair should never be given to a witch? You didn't. Why? That's a very, very long story, dear. As you may know, my name is Raven, and I come from a very, very long line of raven witches from Eastern Europe. Well, I got my necklace from my darling grandmother. Right, let's get back to the hair. This is a very updated story. As you may see, we try to keep with time. Alright, so the story starts very sad. There is this little boy who had to undergo chemotherapy for his very, very weak, small little body. Yes, we do love children here. Aren't they the sweetest things, girls? Okay, yes, so this darling little boy, he was being treated and he survived. Very happy thing. So, he survived, but his hair was gone. One of his friends was very smart, and he also took his hair away to be of help for our little sweet boy. That's a very sweet story, is it not? Yes. Now to the fun part. So, there was this bully in their school. The bully was making fun of the two boys without hair. And the friend who shaved his hair took one of the hairs from the bully. Why? That's such a smart thing to do. You see, his aunt was one of our darlings, and she took the hair. She did her sweetest things, and the boy, the bully boy, was never seen again until a few months later, when he was found completely hairless and covered in scars and bite marks. He was a very fluffy, sweetest day. Right, my dear, that's my time to go. Hope you enjoy this short stay in our magical dungeon. And me and my darling sisters would be glad to welcome you many times again. Now I'm off to do some flying. Let me get